Comments from the public? Anyone wishing to address the board, please do so. Nobody's interested in the meeting. Minutes of the previous meeting, regular meeting of February 13th.
Excuse me, Mayor, that's a special meeting. That was a special meeting.
Oh, that was a special
Yeah.
meeting? All right, special meeting of February 13th, 2013, and a regular meeting of February 19th, 2013.
Make a motion to accept the special meeting of February 13th and the regular meeting of February 19th, 2013 meeting minutes.
Second. Any
Discussion?
discussion? No discussion, vote by use a sign of aye.
Aye.
Aye. Bills, everybody's got a copy of bills. Motion to pay the bills.
We have one addition this evening.
Okay.
It's to Lowe's in the amount of $174.77. It's $148.20 for a vacuum for the Civic Center and $26.57 flooring for the bathroom at the library.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills as amended tonight.
Seconded?
Any discussion? No discussion, vote by use a sign of aye.
Aye.
Correspondence, Carol.
First item I have is a letter from Thomas Laundrie. This letter is my official notification of retirement effective December 31st, 2012. I am looking forward to returning part-time and to continue to serve the people of the village of Rouses Point.
I'll make a motion to accept that letter with deep regret.
Second?
Any discussion? No discussion, vote by use a sign of aye.
Aye.
The second letter I have is from Father Clyde Lewis, of St. Patrick's Church. On behalf of St. Patrick's Church, we would like to thank you very much for the village's assistance in fixing the outside light at the back of the entrance to St. Patrick's Church. We could not have done without your help. Many, many thanks. And the next letter I have is, I am writing you at Steve Merchant's suggestion regarding our special event for Sunday, April 28th in Rouses Point. We are hoping to secure the rec center for the time frame of 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on that date. As you know, we have done this in the past with the Friends of the Stage Committee. We would like nothing better than to appear again as a fundraiser for them. But it looks as if unforeseen forces won't allow that this year. Too bad, really, as in our experience and projections, this is the year it should have really taken off for them. In any case, rather than lose the date altogether, we respectfully request the village's approval to use the rec center for our event on the above-mentioned date. They went on about what they have for their insurance. I did talk to Mike O'Brien. He said the date is good. This is from Walker International, the ones that did the circus last year, I'm sorry. Mike O'Brien has them in for that date. The date is good. The stage committee may end up sponsoring them. They're not 100% sure, but they will. But they just want to lock in that date, so if we can get approval for that.
Make a motion to lock in that date for the circus?
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, vote by use a sign of aye.
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 Okay, the next item I have is I received by certified mail. It's a new application from Melissa Baker, the Squirrel's Nest Diner and Bar, for an on-premises alcoholic beverage license. That's only for information. That's all I have.
Reports from the mayor and the trustees. For myself, request of permission to sign agreement with CSEA regarding part-time police officer position.
I'll make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign the contract between CSEA and the village.
Second.
Fill the part-time police position.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, vote by use a sign of aye.
Aye.
Okay, budget, next thing is budget modification for me, modification and resolution.
You want me to highlight it?
Sure.
Okay.
Whereas the Board of Trustees deems it advisable to make certain modifications to the 2012-2013 village budget, be it therefore resolved that the budget officer is authorized and directed to make the following modifications to the village budget for fiscal year 2012-2013. Under the general fund, we are going to increase account 510 estimated revenue $60,800. We're going to increase account 960.1 appropriations for $53,730. And we're going to decrease account 599.1 appropriated fund balance $7,070. In the water fund, we are going to decrease account 960.4 appropriations for $89,041. Decrease account 599.4 appropriated fund balance $89,041. Sewer fund, increase appropriated fund balance account 599.5 $38,595. Increase the appropriations 960.5, decrease the appropriations $38,595. Library capital project fund, we're going to increase account 510.15, estimated revenues $12,236. Decrease account 599.15, appropriated fund balance $7,410. Increase appropriations 960.15, $4,826. Fire department capital project fund, going to increase the estimated revenues $39,634. Increase appropriations 960.17, $39,634. The 2006 EPF capital project fund, going to increase estimated revenues account 510.81, $14,508. Decrease appropriated fund balance account 599.81, $8,158. Increase appropriations account 960.81, $6,350. The 2005 EPF capital project fund, you're going to increase estimated revenues account 510.82, $37,699. Decrease appropriated fund balance account 599.82, $31,699. Increase appropriations account 960.82, $6,000. The 2011 EPF capital project fund, we're going to increase the appropriated fund balance 599.83 for $13,979. Account 960.83, you're going to increase appropriations $13,979. I think I got the wrong account title on there, but I might lose what project that one is. Also in the 2011 EPF, we're going to increase account 599.84, appropriated fund balance 13,000, increase appropriations 960.84, 13,000. This resolution shall take effect immediately. This is to bring the budget back in line and to move some money into the next tentative budget.
I'll make a motion to modify the budget as stated by the treasurer.
Seconded.
Discussion? Discussion, what do you say about it?
Roll call.
Roll call, I'm sorry.
Aye.
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 Mayor votes aye. Okay. That's all I have.
One other thing is interim modifications. Oh, that's for Becky, I'm sorry.
One more thing I got here. There's a resident that called a few times, and this other power authority, power thing is, we're trying to get business, and it has nothing to do with the village. So don't get taken by them.
What's the name of that? I've talked to one of those guys.
Call
Your powers.
your energy,
Your
Oh,
energy.
yeah.
your energy.
Never heard of it.
Me either, I've never heard of it
Something.
myself. So, just to be aware, it's nothing to do with the village. Okay,
Okay, thank you, Mayor. I had a request an executive session to discuss a contract negotiation, but we're not gonna do that.
No, we are.
We are gonna? Okay, sorry. So I'll make a motion to request an executive session to discuss the contract negotiation.
Seconded.
any discussion? discussion?
Roll call.
Aye.
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 Mayor votes aye.
And that's all I have to report tonight, Mayor.
Okay, Brad?
Just have an announcement. North Country Skating Club is presenting Ice Extravaganza. That will be here Saturday, March 9th at 7 p.m. and also Sunday, March 10th at 2 p.m. General admission is $8. Seniors are $5. Ages 5 and under are free. Just have one other thing, Mr. Mayor, that's not on the list. Just want to congratulate Maurice Snyde. He just went through the EMT basic course for New York State and has passed. So just want to let the public know that we will have another EMT out there being able to serve. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That's all I got.
Excellent.
We got another one besides that,
Good.
right there, Brad.
Oh, you gonna go for it?
Yeah, he passed already.
Good for you.
Yep, congratulations, Brad. Yeah, congratulations.
Oh, okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I only have two things. One is, I'd like to make a motion to rehire Tom Landry, Sheriff Tom Landry, Sergeant Tom Landry, to fill a part-time police position, 20 hours a week, not to exceed 1,040 hours a year, effective March 1st, at his old rate of pay.
Second.
Discussion? No discussion? Who's just out of that?
Aye.
Feel safer already.
And the second thing I have is, I'd like to request an executive session to discuss some public safety issues.
Second?
Any discussion? No discussion?
Aye.
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 Mayor votes aye.
And that's it, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, first item is I need to request an executive session to discuss a pending litigation.
Second?
Okay, any discussion? Roll call vote.
Aye.
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 Mayor votes aye.
And second, we have a request for use of the Civic Center facilities for the 4th of July celebration, which will happen on June 28th, 29th, and 30th of this year. They plan on having the same activities that they had last year. The North Country Golf Club is to be holding the beer tent on the premises again this year. And we will have food vendors and the 5K run has been committed. But, we plan to have the celebration that we had last year. And we'd just like to make sure that we have approval for use of the grounds.
I'll second that.
Discussion? Discussion, everybody who's sort of
Aye.
Aye.
And next, I need to request authorization for Tommy Reed to attend NYRWA 34th Annual Technical Conference, May 20th through May 23rd in Lake Placid.
Second?
Discussion? Discussion, vote for the use of the
Aye.
Aye.
And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Other reports?
I just want to remind everybody that voter registration is scheduled for Saturday from 12 o'clock noon until 5 o'clock p.m. at the village office. If anybody wants to register.
Got anything, Arson?
I'd like to schedule a budget meeting for Wednesday.
4:30?
Is that all right with everybody?
Brad, did already do?
What time?
4:30?
It's the 6th.
4:30 it is.
Yes.
We'll be in the village office upstairs.
Sure.
That's open to the public?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, it's open, come up.
Is it open to the public now?
Uh-huh.
Is it open for public comment now?
In a second.
Okay.
Brian? what's your-
I'd like to have permission to give the 1999 Ford pickup to the fire department so they can use it for training, for cutting it up, because the motor seized up in it this week and there's a big, the frame is all rotted on it. So we don't want it on the road, so we don't want to surplus it, we want it scrapped. So I figured we'd have the fire department cut it up for training and then we can bring it to Capco and get what we can for it.
Which one is that one?
The 99 Ford, the blue one that Johnny drives for the parts.
Parts with it and stuff.
I'll make a motion to surplus the 99 pickup.
Second.
Any Discussion? You don't want to surplus it,
No, we wanna
though. You want
scrap
to
it.
scrap it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you said you wanted to, okay.
Well,
You want to
if you
scrap it.
surplus it, you have to sell it, and we don't wanna sell it, because we don't want it back on the road, because it's an unsafe vehicle. And I figure after the fire department gets done with it, it'll be a really unsafe vehicle.
I'll make a motion to scrap the 99 pickup.
Okay.
Seconded.
Any discussion? More discussion? Nobody is say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Now it is open to the public.
Wait, one more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I talked to the mayor today about, some tree removals. There's some dangerous trees out there we need to take care of. I just would like the board to know that, we're looking at the two across from Delegars, the big popples that we've been trimming up every year. We had some big limbs fall, and, it's getting to be a safety hazard. There's one over on Clinton Street that Benny brought to our attention that's unsafe by the Learning Center. And there's one by the boat launch that pieces fell last year and took the power lines down to Sportsman's. We have to, since it's on our property, we're responsible for it. So, if the board has any feelings about it or concerns, I'd like to start this week.
Let's cut them and replace them. Put new
Yeah,
ones in.
that's what we're planning to do, is cut them and replace them in the spring with new trees. And
Has the power authority notified us yet? Has
Not
there
yet.
been? No.
Another thing, the electric department's just about done doing the steel work in the substation. We're just waiting for that one piece of equipment that got ordered late. So, once that comes here, that's for the new downtown 2-feeder, which if there's any development on the north end of the village, will be in good shape for power. So it's just, by the end of this week, they should pretty much complete it in the substation, and the public works and maintaining the equipment and plowing.
And you said you can stick around for the executive 15 minutes or so?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. How do you feel about the trees?
Hate to see those trees go.
As long as we're replacing them with maples, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should double. We take, cut 4 down, let's put 8 out in the village.
And
Take up
three,
the ice
those big old trees down in the south end of Lake Street too, those look in front of, Mr. Bob Casey's old house there.
Yep.
Some of those big branches are,
Those are on private property, and
I
they're
know,
responsible for them.
I know, but they're coming over the sidewalk, I probably
Yeah.
wanna let him know that.
We warned, we can meet with Cliff Sterling, and we can send letters out again. I know Mickey sent letters out in the past to homeowners with dangerous trees. There's one on the corner of Clinton and Maple, it's very dangerous, and we keep bringing it to his attention, but
I walked by there a couple weeks ago, it didn't look good.
no, there's a lot of dangerous ones. We should send letters out to them again, and at least put them on notice that we know that they're bad, and they've been warned.
Okay.
Must have Cliff send them all a letter.
Yeah.
Arson, do you know if there's any money in the budget for trees this year?
I think there is some.
Yeah.
For, you mean to purchase them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's $900.
900?
I believe it's $900.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guess we'll be taking down the trees. Okay. Anything else, Brian? We're convening to the public now, go ahead.
Just a short comment. We seem to have a problem with trucks coming by our house and hitting the Jake brakes by the time they get to 332 Lake Street. You know, but with not enough people around to actually take care of it. And if and when it's possible for somebody to do something about it, I would appreciate it. Not immediately, and I'm not calling you up daily, so forgive me for that. My only other comment is, coming from Long Island, one of the things we seem to have down there are street trees that only grow so tall. Now, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade, but if they're available down there, I don't think that they're that expensive. You might want to consider having street trees so you don't have them growing too tall and becoming a pain.
I never heard of it.
Well, they just,
Like a dwarf or?
no.
Well, they only
They
grow up
grow
like,
just so high.
Okay.
They're like the pear, you know, the
Oh,
decorative
yeah.
pear tree,
Yeah.
that type of thing, and they don't grow up into the wires.
Oh, okay.
don't have wires.
I'm looking
We don't have to worry about wires, but
Yeah.
the limbs going off, they
It's
out
just-
this way and then go up.
It's just the idea that nobody up here seems to have a concept about getting the plants that they put in their yard. Everybody is used to going out and buying a tree, and the tree grows up very tall.
Yeah.
And what happened with our friends on Long Island as they aged, we said to them, listen, you've gotta go out and get bushes that only grow so high, and then as long as they work in this climate, and then you know, an inch a year or something like that is the way they grow. And those are the ones that are really practical over a long period of time.
Yeah.
It keeps old folks' houses from, you know, just looking overgrown. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, anybody have any more comments from the public? Or, Junior? Oh, Tom, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tom Bath. I understand, is the village planning to replace the sidewalk plow this year?
Okay, we gotta do something.
We're looking into getting GSA surplus right now.
Okay, I'd like to give you a little background on the sidewalk plows that we have now, briefly. As you know, for years and years, we had one sidewalk plow, it was a Bombardier with a track thing. And eventually that wore out, we couldn't get parts for it, and we did a lot of research, the village board did, and we came up with this trackless thing that we have now, which is a diesel engine and it's all hydraulics. And it was a good idea. It's supposed to last about 25 years. Well, after we had it about 6 years, a minor part broke on it, and the village mechanic went and said it was an emergency to the village board, that they buy a new one and couldn't be fixed or anything else. So they bought a second trackless vehicle. Well, a few months later, it was spring, it wasn't even a month later, and I looked into it when I came on the board, this is in '94, and found out that the old one only needed a $400 part to fix it. So I was a little ticked off that they did that, because they made an emergency buy to buy the second one. So we fixed it. Well, anyway, my point is, that's why there's two. Is because they thought the one was like totaled and they replaced it, and then we found out that it wasn't. So what I would recommend to the board is, if they're thinking about replacing this, and I know one of them's worn out and you probably got your money's worth out of both of them, really. I would suggest you revert back to one sidewalk plow. And if you're gonna buy a new one, get rid of both of the ones that you have now. Or don't buy one and just get rid of the old one and go back to the one left, and then in a couple of years replace that one. But what it's gonna do is, it's gonna save you a lot of the maintenance, even though it seems like you get something for nothing when you get a second one like that, and they just keep it till it dies. You still put a lot of maintenance in, doubles up your overtime every time there's a snowstorm. And let's face it, plowing the sidewalks is not a vital thing. I mean, it's a nice thing to do, but it's not critical that all the sidewalks are plowed within, 2 hours after a snowstorm. And that's what I would recommend, and get away from this having two at the same time and having two guys called out and double repairs and all that. And I just wanted to bring that to your attention, because I don't think people realize why there was two of them in the first place, because it was two because of a mistake.
Do you want to say something? No. Okay, on the way up. Ben?
Yeah, up to the railroad station, we are gonna insulate the building. I talked to Melissa Saturday and they definitely are gonna do it. Supposed to do it this week and stuff like that. So, and it's come along good, all the inside is all studded, all framed up on the inside and stuff. The only thing I sort of upset about is they put the panel right in the middle of the main part of the building. Instead of putting it in the utility room, they put it right in the main part of the building. Which is kind of ridiculous.
Was it made by the print?
No?
Was it supposed to go on?
It's the chip trucks,
It's also cars.
Any other comments?
and it's also
Any other comments?
No,
Make a motion to go into 5-minute recess. It's 7:24.
Don't go by that clock.
Billy, did you second that?